All right, guys, what is up? It is your boy, Deluxe Man, and I am joined here live on my YouTube channel by
the casual viewer.
We are here to review WWE Money in the Bank 2015. Unfortunately, I am saddened to say that one of my patrons for my Patreon account was supposed to join us today. Maybe he'll join us as the call goes on. I've invited him. So if he does happen to see this, Darius, come on in, man, so we can talk about Money in the Bank, because Darius donated a big amount to my Patreon, and he has earned the right to, commentate with me for a review. And this was supposed to be his review. Unfortunately, kind of waiting for him to show up. So if he happens to show up, dude, just come right on in. I invited you, and we'll go from there. But before we get to anything else, as always, like me on Facebook, subscribe and like here on YouTube, and donate to my Patreon if you would like to contribute to the growth. If you'd like to contribute to the growth of this channel and to help me improve your viewing experience, feel free to donate. As always, my content is free. But, I would like to get a new microphone and a new camera to help things, just to improve on some things here. But I'm not going to dwell on that long. Those of you coming in right now, please give us your thoughts on Money in the Bank down below. We will read your comments in a little bit. But I guess we should give our thoughts on the show now. Mm-hmm. Oh, man, you don't want to rip on it too hard, but you don't want to give it too much credit, because while the matches were good overall, I don't think we had like a terrible match. The finishes,
well, like I said,
those finishes.
None of these matches stuck the landing. It was a beautiful performance.
Yeah.
And it just, each one, how they ended, it was like, why?
Why?
That kind of puts a bad taste in the whole, what was the point of that?
Right. It just kind of makes you wonder, what were they thinking? When we talk about the results of some of these matches, you're going to have to just shake your head at some of this. I'm not saying all of it was bad. You can, skirt by some of the finishes, like the Divas match, and even the main event. But the other ones, I'm just like, what was this all about, really? I'm trying to give time for Darius to come in, but I don't think he's actually going to make it. But before we
check your Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, I know. I messaged him on Facebook and everything, even Twitter. But Dusty Rhodes. We should give our quick thoughts on the death of Dusty Rhodes. One of the best, one of the most charismatic of all time, actually. One of the first to do it. Influenced people like Ric Flair. I'm pretty sure Ric Flair is, and influenced a lot of wrestlers today. I'm not someone that can talk about Dusty Rhodes because I didn't live through him, but I know his influence on the business, and I am always going to respect what he's done. And for that, he's going to be missed. Rest in peace. And thoughts on Dusty Rhodes, if you have any?
Honestly, I don't know much about the guy. The only time I saw him is that one, promo between him and his sons. And all I can say is that that video that they did in today's pay-per-view was really good, because it explained his legacy and who he is and what he does and why he does it. But the only problem I had is that was a good video for people that don't have a clue who he is.
Yeah.
Like me, because I was like, now it makes sense why his kids are Dust something.
Yeah.
Gold Dust,
Stardust, because Dusty Rhodes. See where that comes from?
Mm-hmm.
Just craziness. I think we have enough viewers that we can go ahead and get started, don't you think?
Sure.
All right, guys, let's talk about the pre-show match. R-Truth versus King Barrett. R-Truth beat him. Remember when Bad News Barrett was something in WWE? He's done. I can't take him seriously now. If this guy cannot beat R-Truth.
Like you could take him seriously.
No, for real. There was a point that Wade Barrett, Bad News Barrett, could have been taken seriously in WWE. It just feels like every single time he reaches his stride, it gets taken away from him for some reason. I don't know if the company really takes him seriously or not. I don't think they do. But this isn't good. You know, I can't see him, or I will not see him as someone important if he continues to lose to R-Truth of all people, on the freaking pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you guys care? Some of you probably don't.
Do you guys care?
I don't know what to say, man. I'm pretty sure you don't care. So, do you?
No, it's a pre-show thing. I'm tired of pre-shows are supposed to be for new faces.
Yeah.
Pre-shows are supposed to be for up-and-comers, not has-beens.
People who don't have any time on TV and need to have time on the pay-per-view. So here's a random match that will lead to nothing. So
I mean, I just feel like all they do is just get, well, you're on the card and you know we're paying you, so we legally have to put you in a match, but we never said it had to be, you know, live or you know, it had, you know, for everyone to see.
Right. Well, moving on to the main card now. We opened up the show with the actual Money in the Bank ladder match. This involves, let me get the people up, Roman Reigns, Kane, Dolph Ziggler, Neville, Sheamus, Randy Orton, and Kofi Kingston. The match itself, not bad. Got some cool spots for Roman Reigns. He actually did the best spots of the entire match.
Mm-hmm.
That sick power bomb that he did to Kofi Kingston on the ladder.
Yeah.
And then he did Neville on top of him. Neville didn't do a lot. I was expecting more from Neville and Kofi Kingston, actually. They didn't do a lot in this match. It was all Roman Reigns, which is probably by design, which is kind of BS, but he looked good. And then who came out to stop Roman Reigns from getting the briefcase?
Them purple bastards.
Purple bastards. Bray Wyatt came out.
Oh no! I thought you were talking about the
Who you thought?
No, like that team that.
Oh yeah, New Day came out too.
Yeah, like the New Day came out, then Roman Reigns kicked them, and then right when.
I forgot all about New Day coming out.
Yeah, because they interfered.
Right. Okay.
And then then Bray Wyatt, genius, just comes out of nowhere. It ruins it all like he's supposed to.
Yeah. And then one of the first questionable finishes happened. Sheamus climbs the ladder and he gets the briefcase. So your new Money in the Bank winner, Mr. Money in the Bank, is Sheamus.
Well, that's quick. I mean, he turns evil a month, and 2 months later, he's already got a briefcase. Good for him.
Like, what is he gonna do with that? I mean, first off, the dynamic is weird. Sheamus is a heel, and Rollins is a heel. So, okay, that's weird. And like you just said, he just came back, and he's Mr. Money in the Bank. So, I'm not interested. You know, I'm not looking forward to Sheamus chasing Rollins. For some reason, it's weird. It just throws everything off with that win. Personally, my picks were Reigns because he's the smart choice, obviously, and then Kofi Kingston. Think about that. That would have been interesting. Okay, so the New Day is doing this thing called the Freebird Rule, meaning 3 people equal 1 entity. How does that work? Meaning, okay, so we have tag team champions, right? So that means either 2 of the 3 can defend those belts. But if either 2 of the 3 lose, they lose the belts. So if one of them was to become Mr. Money in the Bank or world champion, all 3 of them would be world champion. And if one of them was to lose the match defending that belt, they would all lose the championship. I was kind of hoping that we would go in that direction because that's cool. It hasn't been done before. You know?
Yeah, but that's overly complicated.
Well, it could be, but it could
open
things up.
Oh no! You're telling me that you're gonna trust WWE with that plan?
Okay,
really?
You have a point.
Just saying.
Have a point. Gosh, maybe it's too good for WWE.
Unless you can explain it in 3 simple steps, so that the announcer can go in the ring and parade the idea within the crowd, you won't have to work on it. Just saying, because unless you say this is a blah blah match where whoever hits somebody in the groin first with under 10 seconds and blah, you know.
I know what you're trying to say.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Well, it's just what I wanted, but we went with Sheamus. So
what they do? Whoop-a-dee-doo.
Guys, this is a common theme throughout the night, so we'll say it wasn't a solid match, but that ending was meh. Okay, next match is the Divas match. Paige versus Nikki Bella.
I will admit, I concede that this was an actual good match.
Yep, it
and
was.
not even good for a Divas match.
It was a good match.
It was a good match, and I want more of that.
Mhm.
If anyone's listening that actually has any pull in the WWE, what you did here was good.
Yeah, Nikki Bella looked really good against Paige in this match.
More of that, please.
Also, guys, I just gave Nikki Bella a compliment. All you Bella Twin fans that think I hate the Bella Twins, I don't. When they do bad matches, I call them bad matches. But she had a good match tonight, so good match. That ending, though, let's talk about the ending. So they try to do twin magic again, which is stupid. Why are we trying to do twin magic with these two? They look nothing alike. Brie and Nikki, they are twins, yes, but we can tell Brie apart from Nikki at this point. I mean, I said this in my last review.
Mm-hmm.
This is Nikki. This is Brie. Really, really. Okay? It's easy.
Okay.
They got it. It's like, did you have to be that explicit? God, well, good Lord.
Uh-huh.
But seriously, it can't be that hard to tell them apart, but of course it's hard for the referees because they're stupid. But anyways, Brie enters.
They're plot conveniently.
That's
stupid.
what I mean. But
That's so.
well, Brie enters the ring, and the whole twin magic thing was gonna backfire. So because Paige pins her, and the referee's all like, wait, you're not Nikki, you're Brie, so it doesn't count.
Yeah. Oh, that's bullshit, and you know it. Because if that's true and that's the case, then that other match from last week or last 2 weeks ago shouldn't account, which means she should get the belt anyway.
But it's not plot convenient, unfortunately.
But that's my
That's
point.
his point. And also, wouldn't that be a disqualification because of interference? No, okay.
And not to mention, since she just admitted that that wasn't her, she admitted that they cheated. Hence, they don't get the belt. Or unless it was that that BS that they always do, where it's like, oh well, so and so won the match, but the Bella Twins still keep the belt.
Yeah. But Nikki gets inside the ring, hits her with that big elbow, and then hits her finisher, and Paige loses to the dismay of the audience and people on Twitter, who are all pissed off that Nikki won that match that way. But this is why I will say that for the Divas match, I wasn't too pissed off about it. It was weird, it was wacky, and I just don't understand why we did it like that. But I will say, now more than ever, I want Nikki Bella to win that, to not win. Oh my God, no. Lose that championship much, much more now than I actually did before, which is good for her because now she's a bad guy and she has some momentum going forward. However, with that said, AJ Lee, that other girl that used to be here, but married to CM Punk, she is currently the longest reigning Divas champion with 254 days. 294 days. Nikki is past 200. Her goal is to beat AJ Lee's record.
Yay.
No, fans do not want that to happen.
So what if it does?
It's no, you don't want that to happen.
What? No, I mean, seriously, what difference does it make?
Well, we're saying that Nikki Bella is the longest reigning Divas champion of all time, which is not an accolade I want her to have at this point.
Okay, but what does that change?
What do you mean?
I mean, okay, so if she wins that rank, does that mean anything?
That means she's probably the best diva in the company if she has the accolade.
Oh, please.
That's what they'll think, and they'll play it up as that. So we'll see what happens. She probably won't even go past that. She might lose it tomorrow or next month. But I'm just saying that's not something I want Nikki Bella to have. That's all I'm going to say. Anything else you want to say about this?
I'm done. I
think the next match is the Intercontinental Championship. Ryback versus Big Show. So Ryback going on a rampage at the beginning was kind of nice. He spine busted Big Show and then went after the Miz. That was about it.
Yeah.
The rest of the match was forgettable. And then Miz interfered and gave Big Show the win by disqualification. What the heck? These finishes are bad, man. Your thoughts on this match?
Well, I mean, it's nice to see Ryback back in the game, but I just hate the idea that the only reason he's back is because the Big Show's pissed at his nickname on Twitter.
I don't know.
That's it?
Well,
that's the reason we're fighting today. And then the Miz, I really like straight up. I feel really sorry for that guy. Like,
yeah,
like because I don't.
Used to main event WrestleMania.
No, it's just
2000.
I mean,
yeah.
I remember how like the Miz was supposed to be. He was supposed to be that posh, stuck up guy.
Mm.
He was supposed to be the guy that talked a lot of trash and could show it.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was supposed to be like, you know, the guy that his daddy gave him all that money and then he used that money to become the greatest wrestler. He was supposed to be like the 1% wrestler guy. But, you know.
I don't know.
But instead now it's not fun anymore with him.
Well, he's not relevant. Not anymore. So every time we see him, it's like, okay, whatever. And this is not a good start to Ryback's championship reign.
Mm-hmm.
His matches with Big Show, both of them. Well, no, his match with The Miz and his involvement with the Big Show. This is his first match with Big Show. But his matches so far haven't been all that memorable at the exact same time. It's only been 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm not saying Ryback is done. I'm not saying the guy is boring. I'm not saying the guy is a bad champion. I'm just like, you think they'd be doing him a lot better in the first 2 weeks, at least. We'll see what happens. Maybe they'll have a good match at the next pay-per-view. They'll build a triple threat. You know they're going to do a triple threat next. Miz versus Big Show versus Ryback.
Mm-hmm.
Battleground, and maybe that will be a good match. Okay, now let's talk about what everyone is going to be talking about when it comes to this pay-per-view. John Cena versus Kevin Owens 2.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Joel? I'm going to let you talk first. Give us your thoughts about the match, the results of it, because I'm going to go on a big rant after your time.
Okay.
Your thoughts about the match. Go for it.
I enjoyed the match. I thought it was great. I did not care for the ending because, yet again, this has been done multiple times. I don't even mind that John Cena won. I think it's great that he won. But what I hate is the same John Cena wins. John Cena shows the loser respect. The person that's defeated double crosses him and then cripples him for a while. It almost seems like what it really is that, hey, WWE, I want to take a break for a little bit. Mind if I do? Sure, Cena. But you're good. This is what's going to happen. You're going to win. Then the guy's going to injure you. And then we won't see you for a while. Is that good? Cool. Great. High five. And then, yeah. And then I don't mind the Owens guy. I mean, it makes a little bit more sense. It's like, oh, an up-and-comer from NXT.
Yeah. Oh, wait. This is your first match seeing him, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? Is he awesome?
Well, I mean, he's cool. And
yeah.
I do like the idea that, you know, you have NXT.
NXT, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
You're right.
You do have that so that you're grooming the new talent. Mm-hmm. And then if they're popular enough, you bring them on the main card. And then they can become those kind of headliners. It's just that what sucks is that you guys in WWE aren't doing the same thing that you do in NXT to make the characters as relevant as you did in the NXT.
Thank you. Yeah.
So NXT. But now on to your rant.
Oh, you're done?
Mm-hmm.
So the match, fantastic. I was on the verge of saying this is just as good as their match 2 weeks ago. And you know what, guys? If you love the match, if you enjoyed it, all power to you. I'm not going to tell you to hate the match. I'm not going to tell you to hate the ending. If you thought this was the greatest thing of all time, all power to you. Okay? With that said, I hated the finish. I thought the finish was a bunch of same old crap BS when it comes to John Cena. I hate this. I really do. Why is it that every single time John Cena loses, quote unquote loses to whoever he's facing, he has to get the win back? And some of you are saying, well, feuds aren't feuds unless it's a back and forth. Who the fuck wrote that rule? In what rule book does it says every match in a feud has to be back and forth ping pong? Undertaker and Kane, 1998. Kane didn't win one freaking match against Taker. He didn't. When The Rock fought Austin and all those matches that he had with him, he lost a majority, if not all of those matches before he finally beat him at WrestleMania 19. You can argue Survivor Series 2001, but before he won against Austin, Rock lost every single match he had against Stone Cold Steve Austin. Why is it nowadays, especially with John Cena? Because Dean Ambrose can lose 3 matches in a row to Seth Rollins, and that's cool. But John Cena, oh no, we can't have him lose 2 matches in a row, especially when it called for it. Kevin Owens came up and shocked the world by beating John Cena. Rookie, his first match in WWE, he beats John Cena. Who the hell does that? Okay? And then 2 weeks later, oh wait, we gotta have a rematch. Why? Because. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna give WWE, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. You can't be this stupid. You can't be stupid enough to allow Cena to beat Kevin Owens and derail him in his second match on the main roster. I'm not saying he buried him, because he's not buried. Owens is fine when it comes to him looking relevant, but in terms of him being a big deal on the roster, he was definitely derailed. Because Cena has to get his freaking will back. Oh, but Deluxe Man, what about the ending when Kevin Owens took him out with the powerbomb on the apron? You mean to tell me that... See, people don't know the history. People just think we're stupid and we're supposed to forget about everything John Cena has done. If you knew your history with John Cena, you would know that John Cena doesn't stay out very long. Brock Lesnar beat the fuck out of him. So SummerSlam 2014. You were there. Mm-hmm. 2 weeks, no, actually, yeah, 2 weeks later, I was right the first time. 2 weeks later, he came back. He just came back. Oh, so Kevin Owens powerbombs him on the apron, so what? What do you think is going to happen? I wouldn't be shocked if he showed up tomorrow night on Raw, because it's John freaking Cena. And everybody's telling me right now, but Deluxe Man, Owens might win the 3rd match. Okay, what if he loses that match? Well, he might win the 4th match. What if he loses that one? This is the exact same shit you did with Wade Barrett, with Rusev, with Bray Wyatt, with Chris Jericho, with many other people. Ryback. High five. Good Lord, Ryback. I can go down a freaking list, man. Let's just go down the list, why don't we? Okay. The only person that I know of to beat John Cena clean and not suffer the rematch or the Cena monster is Daniel Bryan, because he only had one match at SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. CM Punk beat him, but it wasn't clean. You had a chance to do something really awesome with Kevin Owens. Him being the guy to beat John Cena twice clean. Come on now. And some of you might say, well, good mic work, or this guy here and this guy here said this and this. They can say whatever the fuck they want. I'm telling you, this finish was stupid. And they derailed what could have possibly been the highest superstar they had since CM Punk. They just derailed him. So now we are put in a situation where they had to do a 3rd match, and Owens has to win. Otherwise, he will be seen as just like everyone else. He will be seen like Rusev. He will be seen like Bray Wyatt. He will be seen like Ryback and others. I mean, freaking Rock has to give John Cena his freaking win back. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of the give the win back to John Cena crap. I just am. What has that done? What has this match done in the feud exactly? What did it advance? Honestly, I kind of feel like we shouldn't have even done a rematch at all, because it would still be interesting. But what do I know? Kevin Owens walks away with the U.S. Championship and his belt, because John Cena is out. He'll be back in a couple of weeks, if not tomorrow, because WWE just can't help their fucking selves with John Cena. It's really making me sick. I'm good.
Okay.
Anything you want to say to that, by the way? You think I said it all?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, guys, let's take a break. I need a break. And let's read your comments. I am looking forward to reading what you had to say about the pay-per-view. And I'm pretty sure that rant got me a lot of dislikes, most likely.
Well, it hasn't got there yet because of the lag.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. All right. I wonder the same thing. Why can't Cena lose clean twice? It's always the same thing with John Cena. Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it? They only let Cena win because it's Cena, sadly. 2, WWE is probably trying to make it happen again because of how great the matches are. 3, Battleground, Cena versus Owens in a special stipulation match. 4, John Cena monster who eats every wrestler's momentum, which has been happening and happening and happening and happening and happening. Yes, you're right. He was derailed. I'm happy someone agrees with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't see Kevin Owens very lightweight like Bray Wyatt and Rusev. Mainly because he beat Cena clean and has made Cena look like a bitch. And he did. Yeah, I think Owens will win at SummerSlam. We'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of has to if they want to make him a real star. Otherwise, don't talk about making new stars in WWE. Fuck ping pong views. I agree with you. Here's one for you. Digital X-Man, can you please have the casual viewer come on for one of the NXT TakeOver specials, please?
I think I would love it and a lot of more than the WWE roster. And if you ask him, please make sure he says yes.
Well, question is up to you right now. Would you be interested in seeing at least one of the NXT specials?
At some point.
At some point. All right, well, we'll discuss that and we'll see what happens. A couple more, then we'll finish off the pay-per-view. Hey, Deluxe Man, I was just wondering whatever happened to your Roast the Wrestler series. I dropped it. I just wasn't feeling it, guys. It was too much work for one thing, and it wasn't getting a lot of views, and I don't know. I just kind of lost interest. I'm trying out different stuff here and there to see where I can take my channel, so bear with me, but I'm flattered that you remembered that series. After Cena won, I stopped watching. Wow. Okay. We didn't hate it that bad.
Well, that's why this review is for you, and we can tell you what you missed and if you gave a damn.
The WWE need to get all of their roster on a 3-hour Raw. Are you kidding me? Yeah, they do. I mean, you have 3 hours, and you can't get everybody on there. That doesn't make any sense. 2 more, then we'll go back to the review. Let's see. For being a casual viewer, I believe Joel provides some great insight that helps the reviews grow a great show, guys. There you go.
Well, there you go. Thank you for your support, because so many people do not like me here.
They don't like you because they hate what you say, but everything you say is true. That's why they don't like you. It's one thing if you said something that is not true, then they would laugh at you.
Mm-hmm.
But since what you're saying is true, and then it goes against what they think, they really don't like you. But that's the truth. That's why he's here. He's a casual viewer, guys. He's not hardcore like us. That's why he does what he does. Referees are stupid. I completely agree. Okay, moving on to the rest of the show. Tag Team Championships. The Primetime Players versus the New Day. Was it?
I don't remember a goddamn thing about that match. Besides the fact that they showed up and one of them got mad. It's like, no, the New Day doesn't suck. No, you suck. And then got interrupted. And then New Day rocks. New Day rocks. I don't give a flying shit.
Well, Primetime Players.
Actually, I got another question about that. What is that about?
What?
Like, you know, I know this comes off racist, but why are all the black wrestlers fighting each other?
I didn't see it that way.
No, seriously, there was 2 tag teams, both black, going against each other.
You know, you look at it negatively. I kind of see that as a positive.
I'm not trying to look at it negatively.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, think about this. Why is it them 3? Why is it them 2? They're the only tag team matches? Why weren't they able to be in any of the other stuff that was going on?
Well, they actually fought other tag teams before. This is between The last one you saw was Payback, remember?
Right.
So before then was there you go.
Okay. You got me there.
No, it's fine, but I know what you're saying. I see it as positive though. Okay, this is an actual rare occasion where we have black wrestlers wrestling, and it's literally just all black.
Okay, that's great. It'd just be nice if they were like tag team wrestlers of like A or B S quality, and instead we have pretty much people that ignored them for whatever their character was, and to even it out, let's just put them all together in a group like the Shield, and hopefully they will grow in popularity, and then we can branch them off again so that they can have their own personalities instead of, doing the normal thing where you have them have a personality that the audience likes. Then when it gets big enough, do something with it.
Yeah. The finish of this match. The Primetime Players are the new tag team champions, and the fans hate it.
Oh.
I am not that pissed about it. I'm kind of happy that Titus O'Neil and Darren Young did win the tag team championships. I think that's awesome. But we have to be real with ourselves. Do you really think they're going to hold those titles, longer than Battleground? Guarantee you the New Day is winning those titles back. I guarantee you the New Day is way too hot. They're the most relevant tag team on the roster. So, yeah, they're going to get those titles back. Well, at the same time, I'm happy we are establishing a new tag team at least. Because them being new tag team champions, bam, oh, cool, new tag team on the scene. They're tag team champions. They must be cool. And they are. So I like Darren Young. Titus O'Neil, big guy. I think he has a lot of potential. So let's see where it goes. But I know a lot of you aren't happy that the New Day lost the titles. Trust me, they will get them back. Any final thoughts on that?
I'm good.
You're good? Ready for the main event? Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose in a ladder match that honestly was better than the Money in the Bank match. The match that this pay-per-view was based around actually was not as good as either the John Cena match versus John Cena versus Kevin Owens match or the main event.
Hey, you got a tissue?
I do not have a tissue. Oh crap. Let me see. Excuse us for a second, guys, but
actually, I'll be back. I
yeah,
just gotta go to the restaurant.
You do that,
and you.
Haha. Yeah.
I'll be back.
Yeah. Well, while the casual viewer goes and takes care of some things, I will continue talking for the main event. As for the main event, guys, I will say it was a good match. I think in terms of them having, a series of good matches, I think Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose did once again. I mean, these guys are always going out there and always having really, really good storytelling matches that just honestly adds on to their feud. Unfortunately, when it comes to the victory, Rollins once again skirts away with the championship, and Dean Ambrose fails to beat his longtime arch nemesis. And he had no interference too, so that's a bigger blow. Let me talk about this. The acting was very good. I loved Rollins beating up Ambrose and attacking the legs, stopping him from climbing the ladder, trying to. But the storytelling of him attacking the legs and then Ambrose just selling it like a boss, man. It made it feel very realistic and very old school. This was the kind of stuff we see in old school kind of wrestling, where we didn't have the crazy bumps and the crazy 360, 630, 120 flips that we have nowadays. We didn't need it. Ambrose and Rollins is showing us that we don't need that. What we have is just straight up wrestling. We have a good guy that we want to see win, and then we have a bad guy that's we have a bad guy that's having a story of his own. Rollins is weird. The stuff they've been doing with Rollins is, I don't know. One day it's weird. Like 1 week, here you go. 1 week he's a cowardly chicken shit heel that runs away and needs the authority to have him. And then days like this, he does it by himself. And you wonder why he just doesn't do it by himself throughout the rest of his career. Why can't he just stay consistent, But it was nice seeing him be Rollins again. I mean, he beat the hell out of Ambrose. He did a freaking, what was that powerbomb called? He did that, whatever you call it, that hurling powerbomb into the barricade twice, and then he did a sit-out powerbomb onto like a ladder and steel chairs, and then he tossed the ladder and chairs on top of Ambrose, and we're thinking this guy's dead. He's not getting up. There were 2 instances where I'm thinking, yeah, he's gonna win. He's gonna win. And then Ambrose just comes in and just stops him. I'm like, oh my God, he can't put him down. He just can't put him down. Then that ending happened. Is everything okay?
Oh, I'm good now.
Okay. Then that ending happened. They climb the ladder. They both grab the belt. They both do. They both pull it down.
They both fall.
They both fall.
And once they get to the ground,
the belt just slides into Rollins' hands. And I'm thinking, did they just do a draw? Really? Did both of them win the belt? Are we going to continue this in a BS way? Nope. Rollins wins in a very confusing finish, which is like, wait, I thought the rule was the first one to pull down the belt. Since they both pulled it down, does that mean they both win?
Well, theoretically, since they both pulled it down, it goes to whoever still holds on to it.
Is that what the rules say?
I don't know. I mean, I have no idea if that's what the rules are.
I guess we're going with that then.
I mean, I guess it's just like theoretically, by what you said, they both pulled it down. So the only way that you could determine a winner is whoever is still holding on to it. And, you know, it's no different than when 2 wrestlers knock each other out. Whoever gets up first after the 10 count wins type of thing.
Yeah, that applies. You're right. That does apply in some situations. But, you know, I'm not tripping about it. Seth Rollins wins. And like I said before you left, Ambrose, well, while you were gone, actually. Excuse me.
Wow. When I left, I abandoned him, didn't I?
I abandoned him. But no, but Ambrose once again falls short of conquering his arch nemesis because he can't seem to beat Seth Rollins, which is a story that's been told since last year.
Okay.
I mean, it's a good story.
Well, okay,
tell.
look, I'll admit that this was a good story in the view that since Seth Rollins won, it proves that, oh, not only was I a good member of the Shield, but I am better than my other Shield members,
right,
or my ex-Shield members. So not only did I deserve to be a part of the team, but I proved that I can beat y'all without any help.
There you
and
go.
All that. And I mean, it's not bad, but I am at the point where it's like, all right, does that mean you're still a heel then? Does that mean you're still a villain? Since you did this on your own, since you proved yourself, where are we going with this? Is Shield coming back? Are you making a new team? Did you say screw the Authority? Are you going back to the Authority? What?
We'll have to see what happens with that. But what is Lee's next? Well, I'll tell you right now, dude. Next up, we're going to start building into a Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar match. So,
what?
I am not joking.
Oh my god!
They have been teasing a Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar match actually since following WrestleMania. Because after WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins had a match. It didn't happen because Brock Lesnar went crazy and he got himself fired. Well, suspended.
Mm-hmm.
And
conveniently, plot-wise convenient for the guy that only is contractually obligated to 2 matches a year,
yeah.
right? Right?
3, 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Disqualify my ass. Anyway.
Well, he's coming back. If not tomorrow, he's coming back the week afterwards. He's scheduled to come back on the 22nd. Mm-hmm. So we start building into that match for SummerSlam in a couple of weeks. At this point in time, I don't see Rollins beating Lesnar. I don't see how you can possibly pull that off.
Okay, here's how to better do the storyline.
Yeah.
You have to have Seth Rollins beat all the people that, for example, Brock Lesnar beat. If Seth Rollins can't beat John Cena,
he's not going to beat Lesnar. And he hasn't beaten John Cena, so that's not going to happen. Lesnar also beat The Big Show. Lesnar also beat The Undertaker. Yeah, this isn't looking good for Rollins, so We'll see what happens with that.
What to do? There's no point in this. It's like honestly they like wrote themselves into the corner, and the only other thing they can do is, Seth Rollins hasn't done this yet.
And guys, this is to me the problem of this pay-per-view. Was the matches good in terms of the quality of it? Yeah. Yes, a couple of matches I'll go back and watch. I like to watch Ambrose and Rollins over again at least one more time. But in terms of where it's going to lead, where is this all going to lead exactly? I mean, where do you go with Sheamus as Mr. Money in the Bank? What are you going to do with that? If Lesnar's coming back and he's fighting Rollins, and then Ambrose, I don't know what Ambrose is going to do. Is he going to fight him again? I don't see. It just throws everything off. Reigns is going to fight Bray Wyatt. That's at least something. But Bray Wyatt, he's not going to beat Reigns. Bray Wyatt has been everybody's bitch as of lately, so I don't see him beating Reigns. But that's at least something. Sheamus is not going to do anything. Not with that briefcase, not anytime soon. Okay. What's Nikki going to do now? Who's she going to face? She going to face Paige again? Is she? Oh, okay. I don't know anybody else she can face unless you bring up someone from NXT. Ryback is going to fight the Big Show and Miz. Does anybody really want to see that? Do you want to see that? Okay. His silence says it all. Cena versus Owens. That's going to happen again eventually, but Owens needs to win the next match. Come on. PrimeTime Players will fight the freaking New Day sometime soon, I suppose. And then Rollins will fight Lesnar if that's the case. Because until Lesnar comes back, who's he going to face? He beat Ambrose. Who's next, guys? Who's next? I don't know. This pay-per-view didn't do a very good job of setting up the future. So I can't give it anything higher than a C, in my personal opinion. Wasn't bad, but
No.
it just...
It wasn't bad. No. Did I enjoy it? Yes. But I don't look forward to the future after this.
What's there to look forward to? What is there to look forward to? All right, Cena beat Owens, so what? They're neck and neck. Oh, we got to have a third match. I'm like, that's not how you set it up. I hate that ping pong bullshit when it comes to matches. All right. So, C? Giving it a C?
See.
All right. Before we head out, let's read some more comments. Let's read the last few comments that you guys have to say about the pay-per-view so this guy can head out. But, you know, I just kind of feel like they could have done a lot more with this pay-per-view. I'm actually kind of disappointed because I went into the match thinking, here's one. In this match, I am 100% okay with Owens losing. He was put over by Cena throughout the match, taking 3 attitude adjustments, kicking out of 2, yeah. He still had an incredibly well-fought match with Cena Cena raising Owens' hand at the end. Having Cena beat Owens didn't derail him. Yes, it did. Let me just finish. He needed to beat Owens to continue the feud with the power bomb. Cena needed this win. I wholeheartedly disagree. I'm not going to insult my fans for having an opinion.
And yet.
No, I'm not going to do it.
All right.
But he was derailed. Okay, don't say it didn't derail. It did derail him. Okay, he doesn't look. You don't look as strong as you did after you lose to Cena. Okay, all right. He would have looked stronger if he beat Cena. All right. People think wins and losses don't matter. They do matter. Okay, don't kid yourself into thinking it doesn't matter. It matters. Okay, you support a wrestler because he wins and he looks awesome. I'm not saying he has to win all his matches, but Cena did not need this victory. I'm sorry. You can have your opinion, but I wholeheartedly disagree. Dark Armin. That's how you say his name. Okay. Let's read more of them. Honestly, this company is proving to me more and more that it isn't really thinking long-term anymore. What told you that? I mean, at this point in time, I would think that's an obvious statement. No offense, right? I mean, even you can see it as a casual viewer.
Well, it's like, okay, This is what I've honestly see. They think of long-term only for certain talents on their roster.
Yeah.
And then everything else, they're literally writing as they go. It just seems like. And, like, don't get me wrong, I get it because, like, you know, you can't account for a lot of stuff. Injuries here, you real life problems there, and movie deals over here, and so on and so forth. But it just bugs me because it's like there never seems to be a backup plan. There never seems to be an overall plan. There never seems to be a, hey, guy, look, how long are you going to be here? And how popular are you? But then, for all I know, they got all the schematics up, and we're wrong, for all I know.
So, I mean, it is what it is. We're in an age now where everything is so fast and everything is put out. There's so much content. They have to burn through it every single week. When you have, 3 hours, 2 hours of SmackDown, and then an hour of NXT. What is that, guys? That's 6 hours of wrestling each week. You burn through a lot of storylines really quickly because back then it was only 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going through like 3 hours. No, we're going through 3 shows almost in a week if you count SmackDown as important. Seth Rollins needs a new finisher. He can't beat Brock Lesnar with the pedigree. He has a point. See, this is why the curb stomp. Oh my God, man! Why did they get rid of the curb stomp?
Like I told you, somebody's kid did it.
Oh my God! How's he gonna beat Brock Lesnar? He can't beat him with the pedigree. It's not.
Well, if he can't beat, oh damn it, the Apex Predator.
Oh, Randy Orton.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't beat him with the curb stomp, what makes you think you're gonna beat Brock Lesnar with it?
I don't know. How do you guys feel about Bray Wyatt possibly taking another loss to Roman Reigns? I hate it. I hate that Bray Wyatt is now pretty much an enhancement talent to put people over. I hate that. This guy should be awesome. He should be killing it. He should have his followers. He should have the Wyatt family. He should be looking strong. And Roman Reigns should have an obstacle to conquer. But no, Reigns is going to beat Bray Wyatt because fuck it all. Damn it. Thoughts about that?
It's like what I said a few episodes ago. I remember when Bray Wyatt was something. He was refreshing. It was new. They just pretty much took the popular movies of today and made a character out of it. And then it was this guy that like had some unexplained powers, and he was supposed to be like a thorn in the WWE's back. He was this evil, chaos-making creature that wasn't controlled by the authority and wasn't stopped by the good guys. He was just, he came, he saw, he kicked ass, and for some reason now he's just that gesture that we use to amp up the talent we want to be on top.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's like they're riding on his previous success in order to make this guy, like, I didn't care that he lost his family because him, Bray Wyatt losing the family didn't do nothing for him. It did something for the other 2 guys, though. But
I don't know, man. It's ridiculous. Okay, and then the final stuff that we're going to talk about. A couple of fans actually told me in a ladder match, if the belt falls to the ground or is in possession of 2 people, the first one to get the possession of it by itself becomes the winner. So, okay.
So
in that case, yeah, I guess Rollins won. And this guy is saying Rollins actually pulled it down while Ambrose was holding it. But he, that still wouldn't count because Ambrose is still in possession. See nothing else to really mention here because the rest of the comments are comments we've read before. Guys, it's going to conclude the review for tonight, man. I'm glad you guys came in. Again, casual viewer. He's awesome. So any final words you want to give our fans before we sign out?
Okay, well, here's my question. What are y'all's opinions on the live reviews? Do you prefer this format of us watching it and then doing a live one, or do you prefer the edited version? And then, there you go. That's my question of the review.
Yeah, and he actually reads the comments, guys. So, yeah, give us the answer about that. I think they enjoy the live reviews from my perspective, but they'll let you know down below. With that said, guys, we are signing off. Darius, if you're watching this, dude, I will get you. I promise you. I'll try to get you for Battleground coming next month. All right? With that said, guys, your boy, Deluxe Man, signing off. Take care, peace.